Hello, hello, hello. Today I'm talking about this. This is the Fender Mandocaster 8. It's a curious little instrument. It's a mandolin. It's an electric mandolin, and it's an 8-string. There's also a 4-string version of this. This is based on I think there was a 4-string version of this from the 50s and 60s that Fender used to put out. Those ones the originals command high prices on eBay these days. And I think this was issued last year. And when I saw it, I thought, that looks like fun. But I got myself a stag mandolin cheap off of Amazon. So I thought I'd practice on the stag. But anyway, I'm digressing. I got this because Anderton's, the UK guitar store, did a Christmas blowout, and they was selling these for £150. And I thought the credit card just might be able to handle one more hit, and if I get on with it, then the stag mandolin can go. It's got a 13.78 inch scale length. It's a maple neck with a C shape, so it's almost like a little Fender Strat, in terms of its design. It's got what I call it a hockey. It's like a hockey stick headstock, but I think they call it the Fender Villager headstock if you want it to be, official. It's got pearloid tuning pegs, tortoiseshell scratch plate, volume and tone controls, one input there you go, just a single input. It's got a strap peg, I don't know if you can see that, strap peg there, so you can wear it. And it's a lovely bit of wood. It's got an alder body, maple neck with rosewood fingerboard. There are 24 frets, count them, 24 frets. So there you go, and the marker dots are pearloid as well. I do like the knobs on there. I do love these chunky. They're the kind of knobs you get on a Fender Precision bass. Nice bit of chunk to them, and the pickup. It's a single pickup. What does it say about the pickup? Doesn't say anything about the pickup. So I'm reading off the internets as we go. But yeah, it's got a single pickup as well. For those of you who are going to complain that I'm not playing it, touch my hand, and it will link you back to a little performance I did with the Mandocaster. My thoughts on it. It's made in Indonesia. It's an incredibly well-made instrument. It's really nice. There are no rough frets, there's no rough edges. The finish is superb. Straight out the bag, you get it. It's quite weighty. It's a nice bit of wood. Again, very high quality instrument. The only thing is, I found it a bit harder to play than the stag one. I don't know if I need to lower the action on this. I haven't tried. I'm a bit wary of lowering it, but I find it a bit harder to play, like holding down notes and hitting notes cleanly, than I did with the stag one. But that could be to do with the strings. The stag strings seem a little bit more easier to manipulate. But I like the sound of it because it's got this kind of unearthly it's almost like a guitar but not a guitar, chimey sound to it. So I think it's a really cool instrument, and it's a shame. I don't know if it's being discontinued. The fact that Anderton sold it so cheaply and bought the remaining stock would indicate that it is, but I think it's a great little instrument. I wouldn't mind picking up the 4-string version if that one comes down in price. Unfortunately, I've had a look around on the internet, and the price everywhere else has kind of got the prices back up to like sub £300 mark. So I think I was a bit lucky. I think I was lucky to get hold of this. But then lucky is my middle name. But yeah, selling that limited edition PlayStation paid for this, as well as the many other things that I scalp on eBay. I sleep at night. My children's Christmas was paid for. You know, you got to hustle. You got to hustle. That is the theme of this year. Hustle. Everyone's got to hustle. But yeah, I mean, I do think it's a really good instrument. Would I pay? I mean, if you bought this for 300 quid, you couldn't complain. But I mean, for 150, it's like, you know. But I like a bargain, and this does feel like a bargain, and I want to use it, you know, in my playing and setup. You know, it's, again, a good instrument is one that you want to pick up and finger. That sounded a bit wrong, but you know what I mean. A good instrument is one that you go, oh, you look at it and you go, oh yeah, I want to touch that. That's how I feel about guitars and instruments like this. So yeah, I mean, I wholeheartedly recommend, if you can get one of these cheap, go for it. You know, if you're looking for, if you are a guitarist and you're looking for something a bit different, especially in the new year, and one of these comes along second hand or whatnot, you know, go for it. Have a bit of fun. Yeah, the tuning's different to a guitar, but you know, you can get some really nice open chords going on this, and you know, if you like playing songs, you know, proper songs, you can cover them just with, you know, some open, you know, a couple of open chords on the neck. Though, if you have got stubby fingers, you might find it a bit difficult to cope with. But yeah, I mean, I can't find anything wrong to say about this instrument, other than you might not necessarily want to pay 300 quid for it. You know, when you get something half price, it's, you know, it's hard to it's hard not to think of it in good terms. So yeah, hopefully that's answered some of your questions. I know a viewer asked the question on the performance one, so I thought I should actually explain. I get a bit funny about doing these instrument things, because I buy things. You know, I buy and sell a lot of instruments. I get things in and I sell them on, and it looks to you guys probably think I've got a house full of guitars and a house full of stuff, but I don't like to be seen as well, I have got a house full of stuff, but I don't like to be seen as showing off. Yeah, so, you know, because I do feel a bit, you know, I do feel very like I don't deserve any of this stuff. I feel like I'm spoiling myself when I buy things like this. But if I can get a tune out of it and it stays useful, then I'll keep it. But if I can't get anything out of it, then it goes. That's the rule. Now, I think, again, I've had many guitars over the years, and some I've kept and some I've moved on, and I think it's good to have a clean out, you know, have a purge once in a while. Though sometimes it can be a bit difficult to let go of certain instruments. And there have been instruments that I've regretted selling, so if I had my way, the whole house would be full of guitars, but the missus would probably divorce me. And on that note, I think I'll end there. I give this a 5 out of 5. It's a great little instrument. It feels solid. Again, it's the sort of thing that you could have that in your house, in your collection, and that could be a talking point. Someone could come in and say, "Wow, what's that? You know, is that a guitar?" You know, not necessarily it's not going to get you laid, but it certainly is a talking point. So yeah, this is the Fender Mando Strat. I think I've called it a Mandocaster. Oh, it's a Mando Strat. Mandocaster something else. I better change me YouTube video title. So yeah, this is the Fender Mando Strat 8 with rosewood fingerboard and a 3-colour sunburst, which is absolutely lovely. Gloss urethane finish on the neck, maple neck, rosewood, 24 frets, pearlite dot, and this lovely tortoiseshell pickguard. It really does look that good. You know, I can't show it off anymore. Anyway, I've witted on long enough. My name's been Darren Rock. Thank you for watching the video. Please, or that, but I'd rather you do that, obviously. And subscribe and tell everyone, tell your friends. Don't forget there's the Patreon and there's all the other things you can do. And who knows, maybe in the future they'll allow, was it fan funding on YouTube UK? And that'd be another way of me hustling. Remember, more money you give me, more instruments I can buy. And I can fill my house full of crap. I might be able to move. And on that, I will definitely end. Only one more thing to say, and that is ta-ta.